Okay, story time. All right. Um, I'm going to share a story with you about an experience that I had when I was 20. Okay. I was a student at college. Okay. It was um, it was a Sunday night. Okay. It was my best friend's birthday, and we went riding around. The goal, the mission, was to find these girls' apartment that he had met a couple of days prior. All right. And we had no idea where it was. And this is pre smartphone. Okay. And there was like really no way to navigate. But somehow or the other, driving around, drinking, smoking, being really irresponsible, we found their apartment. And they were shocked. Okay. But we were not invited in, which is fine. We're like, all right, cool. We understand this is weird. Uh, we stopped off under a train trestle and did some graffiti. Mhm. All right. And I dropped him off at his place. And it was like, I don't know, 1 o'clock in the morning, something like that. And I had class the next day. So instead of driving all the way back home to where I lived with my parents at the time, um, I just pulled into the campus and I've got a student, parking sticker, right? So I just pulled in and parked and laid in the back seat of my 1985 Lincoln Continental and went to sleep. Now, what you need to understand is I'm driving around this pimped ass car, right, with long hair and a big bushy beard, not as big as this one, all right, but it was brown. You know what I'm saying? I was young, but it was a full beard, long hair, looking like Jesus Christ in the portraits that, Anglo Saxons, portray him. Uh, the only thing I had on me was a pair of shorts. So I was barefoot, shirtless, windows down, sleeping in the back of my car, not bothering anybody. Okay? And I hear a tap, tap, tap on my window at like 3 o'clock in the morning. And I look up, there's flashlights. I'm like, ah, shit. So I get up, rub my eyes, get out of the car, and it was campus security at first. There was also like three um, police officers, or three, police officer units. So six police officers, because they ride too deep in each vehicle. Uh, so I'm surrounded, and I look and I see. I'm like, oh shit. And the main campus security guard reached down, picked up a water bong that was laying in the floorboard right beside my head where I was sleeping, and sets it on top of the car. Probable cause, right there in plain view. I'm like, ah. So they walk me around to the other side of the car, tell me to put my hands, you know, I'm like spread. You know what I'm saying? And they patted me down, and they found a little pipe in my pocket of my shorts. I was like, yep, here we go, right? And typically, when I'm not holding a phone trying to talk, I use both hands when I'm talking. You can't even see my other hand right now moving, but it is, okay? Um, so he'd ask me a question. I'd take my hands off the top of the car and turn to speak to him directly because that's polite. That's what I was raised to do. And he'd be like, hands on the car. I'm like, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Right? I looked around for a second, and that's when I saw that one of the local city police, one of the officers had his gun out, aimed right at me. I'm like, oh shit. Okay. Well, they proceeded to search my car. They found a knife, like a pretty large one. Wasn't mine. One of my friends had left it in my car. The bong wasn't mine. One of my friends had left it in my car. Um, the whole process took about 45 minutes, okay? And I showed them some CO2 charged BB guns, that I had in my trunk, and they look real, okay? It's like, you got anything else? I'm like, nope, 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 nope. Like, that's it. But they continued to search, and then they found the last little quarter ounce, not even quarter ounce, half nickel of weed that I'd been saving for a Black Crowes concert, and they confiscated that. So, weed, a bong, a pipe, a knife on a college campus. All right. And I don't know what it was. Maybe it's just because I was being cooperative instead of combative. Okay. The campus security told the local police, it's like, you can go ahead, you can go, we got this. Because I was, in fact, a student. And that, but, like, we're going to walk you up to the security office. They confiscated everything that they found. They stole all my shit. And I'm like, can I put my shoes on? They're like, nope. I'm like, God damn it. Bastards. So, anyway, we get in there. I get a stern talking to. It's like, well, since you've admitted to drinking, which I did admit because they asked me, I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, a few hours ago, yesterday, yeah, it was my friend's birthday. We were celebrating. And he's like, well, listen, we're going to let you go with a warning, okay? But you can't sleep in your car here, all right? But we can't let you drive home. Do you have somebody you can call? I'm like, what time is it? Like 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, yeah, call my mom. So my mom comes to pick me up on her way to work to take me back home. So I made her late for work. She gets in the car and she's like, son, this is your one get out of jail free card. And I'm like, well, I didn't go to jail. And the look she gave me after that was like, yep, shut the fuck up. Okay? But I didn't get arrested. I didn't go to jail. I didn't get processed. I barely got a slap on the wrist. Okay? That's what I think people are talking about when they speak about white privilege. Because I do believe that racism is institutionalized. But at the same time, I see all kinds of videos where people are just like very, very non-cooperative with police officers, okay? I've always been very cooperative. Pull me over. You know why I pulled you over? I'm like, not sure. You were speeding. Ah, okay. You ran that stop sign. Ah, okay. I don't argue. I don't bitch. I don't whine. I don't complain. I don't protest. Okay? Like, they got a hard enough job. I don't want to make it any harder. Okay? So, a lot of it has to deal with compliance, which is bullshit. I understand. But because there are some really bad cops out there that really do some stupid, fucked up shit, wrong shit, illegal shit, evil shit. But most of them are just normal people that got a stupid job. Well, not stupid job, but got a hard job. All right? So I just try not to make it any harder on them, especially if I'm in the wrong. And I always admit, my mistakes. If you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Whatever. Nowadays, I don't speed much. Okay? I come to full stops more often than not. I exercise situational awareness at all times. Anyway, peace. Love you guys. Bye.